The Uber hack started with a text message. A teenager convinced an employee to approve a push notification. That was 2022. Today, attackers don't need to be convincing themselves. They have AI that does it for them at scale in any language, customized for every single target. Deepfake voice calls that clone your CEO's voice from a conference talk. Phishing email that references your actual projects, written by models that scraped your LinkedIn. Automated spear phishing that targets 10,000 employees individually. This is social engineering with a force multiplier. Traditional versus AI attacks, deepfake voice, AI phishing, automated spear phishing at scale, real incidents and defenses. Let's go. Traditional social engineering versus AI assisted. Same playbook, completely different scale. Traditional social engineering is manual. The attacker researches one target, crafts one pretext, makes one phone call. It works. The Uber hack proved that. But it's slow. One attacker, one target, one attempt at a time. The phishing emails have typos. The pretexts are generic. And they can only operate in languages they actually speak. AI-assisted social engineering removes every bottleneck. OSINT collection is automated. Scrape LinkedIn, GitHub, company blogs, conference talks. Pretext generation is instant. GPT writes a believable email in seconds, tailored to each target. Voice cloning needs 3 seconds of audio, and it operates in every language simultaneously. One attacker, 10,000 personalized attacks, 0 typos. The skill barrier collapsed. Social engineering used to require talent. Now it requires a subscription. Deepfake voice calls. The attack that cost one company $25 million. Step 1. The attacker finds audio of your CFO. An earning call, a conference talk, a podcast interview. 3 seconds is enough. Step 2. A voice cloning model. For example, 11 Labs, Resemble AI, open source alternatives. Create a real-time voice clone. Step 3. The attacker calls your finance team using the cloned voice. I need you to wire 25 million to this account. It's urgent. Do it now. The finance team hears their CFO's voice. They comply. This exact attack happened in Hong Kong, early 2024. A deepfake video call, not just voice, full video, impersonated the CFO, the multiple executives. The employee transferred $25 million across 15 transactions. They only discovered the fraud days later. Voice is no longer proof of identity. If you can hear it on the internet, it can be cloned. AI-generated phishing emails, the one that pass every spam filter. Traditional phishing is easy to spot. Bad grammar, generic greetings, dear valued customer, urgent request with suspicious links. Spam filters catch 99% of these because they pattern match on known templates. The attacker sends a million identical emails hoping for one click. AI-generated phishing is different. The LLM writes unique copy for every target. It references their actual job title, their recent projects, their manager's name. The tone matches internal company communications. There are no typos, no template. Every email is unique. So signature-based detection fails. And it takes the same amount of effort to generate one as it does to generate 10,000. Harvard and IBM research showed AI-generated phishing emails had a comparable click rate to human-crafted spear phishing, but at a fraction of the time and cost. The quality gap has closed. Spam filters were built for mass phishing. AI phishing is mass spear phishing. Every email is unique. Automated spear phishing at scale. This is the full attack pipeline. Stage 1. Reconnaissance. An AI agent scrapes LinkedIn profiles, GitHub repos, company blogs, Glassdoor reviews, social media posts. It builds a dossier on every employee, role, projects, tech stack, reporting chain, or communication style. Stage 2. Pretext generation. An LLM takes each dossier and generates a unique phishing email. For the DevOps engineer, it's a fake Terraform module update. For the finance director, it's a fake invoice from a real vendor. For HR, it may be a fake resume with a malicious attachment. Stage 3. Delivery optimization. The system A/B tests subject lines. It schedules delivery for when each target is most likely to click. Monday morning for executives, Friday afternoon for engineers. It rotates sending infrastructure to avoid block list. Stage 4. Follow-up automation. If the target doesn't click, the system generates a follow-up, different pretext, different angle, same target. Persistent, patient, automated. This is not theoretical. Every component exists today as off-the-shelf tools. The only barrier is combining them. This is already happening. These are real incidents. Uber 2022. A teenager social engineered an employee with MFA fatigue, spamming push notifications until the employee approved. This was manual. One attacker, one target, and it still worked. Imagine that same attack with AI doing this social engineering across every employee simultaneously. Incident 2. Hong Kong, January 2024. Deepfake video call. The attacker created an AI generated video of the company CFO and several executives. A finance employee joined what looked like a normal video conference. $25 million transferred across 15 transactions. Another incident is WormGPT and FraudGPT 2023. Underground market started selling LLMs specifically fine-tuned for phishing and social engineering. No safety guardrails, built to generate business email compromise attacks, malware and pretext on demand. Then the next fourth incident is UK engineering firm 2024. An employee received a deepfake voice call from their CEO requesting an urgent wire transfer. The voice was cloned from a public keynote speech. The employee nearly complied, stopped only by an existing callback verification policy. 4 incidents, 3 attack vectors, 1 common thread. AI made the attacker more convincing than one human could be. How do you defend against social engineering when the attacker has AI? 5 layers. Layer 1. Verification protocols. Never trust voice alone. Every financial request, every access change, every sensitive action gets a callback on a separate channel. The UK CEO deepfake was stopped because the company had a callback policy. Make it a policy, not optional. Layer 2. AI-powered detection. Fight AI with AI. Email security tools now use LLMs to analyze writing style, detect anomalies in tone and context. Deepfake detection model analyze audio artifacts, breathing patterns, micro pauses, spectral inconsistencies. This is an arms race, but detection is catching up. Layer 3. Least privilege and segmentation. Even if the social engineering works, limit the blast radius. No single employee should be able to wire $25 million. Dual authorization for financial actions. Separation of duties. The Uber hack succeeded because one compromised account had access to everything. Layer 4. Security awareness training, but upgraded. Traditional training teaches people to spot typos. That's useless against AI phishing with 0 typos. Train on the new threat. Unexpected requests from known contacts. Verify the channel, not just the content. Layer 5. Technical controls as backstop. Hardware security keys kill phishing entirely. No credential to steal. Domain-based email authentication, DMARC, DKIM, SPF makes spoofing harder. URL sandboxing and link analysis catch credential harvesting pages. Defense in depth. No single layer stops AI social engineering. All 5 together makes it expensive enough to deter most attacks. How do you use this in a system design interview? 5 patterns. Pattern 1. Design for zero trust identity. Never trust a single authentication factor. In your architecture, every sensitive action, wire transfers, access changes, data exports, requires out-of-band verification on a separate channel. Pattern 2. Defense in depth against social engineering. Layer your controls, email filtering, behavioral analysis, approval workflows, and technical controls. If one layer fails, the next catches it. The Hong Kong attack succeeded because they had no callback verification for video calls. Pattern 3. Rate limiting and anomaly detection on human actions. Not just API rate limiting, limit how fast humans can authorize sensitive actions. 15 wire transfers in one session should trigger alerts regardless of who approved them. Pattern 4. AI versus AI detection layer. Build deepfake detection into your communication pipeline. Audio watermarking for internal calls. Writing style analysis on emails. Treat communication channel as attack surfaces. Pattern 5. Blast radius containment. Design authorization so that no single compromised identity, no matter how senior, can cause catastrophic damage. separation of duties, time delayed execution, mandatory cooling off periods for large transactions. That's AI assisted social engineering. The attacks are here, the defenses are catching up. Like, subscribe, and stay secure. See you in the next one.